Welcome to the recap video. If you're new to the channel, this is the fourth week of the month, during which we recap the topics that have been covered in the previous weeks during the month. This month, we talked about the concept of change and its inevitability, in addition to the concept of flexibility and how you can train yourself to become more flexible, in addition to the importance of mindset and how critical it is for survival. But how do these three topics come together? Well, it's fairly simple, and it's something that we face on a day-to-day basis. Change occurs, whether on a small scale or large scale, and we need to become more adaptable and flexible in the face of change, whether positive or negative in our lives. And it all starts with having the right mindset. But it's not just about optimism. It's about training ourselves to strengthen our mindset, to become more tolerant and accepting of what's in front of us, and seeing things from a different perspective, one that allows long-term planning, consequence, and critical thinking. Your mindset is the key to success in every aspect of life. It's important that we train our mind to accept and tolerate what's around us, hence becoming much more flexible. And remember, flexibility is a learned skill. We could be stubborn and rigid by nature, perhaps our personality style dictates it. But we can still train ourselves to become flexible, especially in times of change. This is a general skill that everybody needs to train for. But when we're talking about young professionals, this is ever more important, especially when things change cyclically. In a future video in a couple weeks, I'll be talking about the concept of change management and what it means in a corporate setting. But during the first week of this month, we did talk about change and how to deal with it from a simplistic angle and a general overview. Change occurs, and both positive change in our lives and negative change in our lives will disrupt the flow and shuffle our view of how to move forward. And even negative change, which might on the surface appear as highly disruptive, might eventually have a consequence that is favorable in our lives. And this is where we need to strategically think about finding that positive angle from everything that occurs. Because ultimately, change does happen, and we often have zero control over it. So we need to adapt and become flexible as we maneuver these changes in our lives. But how do we go about training ourselves to become flexible through our mindset? It all starts with planning and preparation, but also thinking about how our plan might not go according to what we've envisioned, and hence preparing multiple options and alternate routes, depending on the situation that does occur eventually. It's about looking at what consequences might come about from the actions that we take, because every single detail might eventually amplify into a bigger consequence, whether positive or negative. Hence, planning and preparation are key within flexibility. Another aspect is maintaining strength. And here we talk about mental strength. This is the basis and groundwork to building a strong mindset. Your mindset allows you to overcome any challenge that comes your way. And with preparation and belief that you can go about these challenges and hurdles, you would get through anything. And trust me, I speak from experience. Of course, not everything goes to plan, but all we need to do is persevere in the face of these challenges, because ultimately, the clouds will part and the sun will shine. It's often easier said than done when it comes to training ourselves to become more flexible. I can attest to that, having a stubborn personality and often rigid in my ways due to the nature of my personality style. If you're familiar with the concept and you've watched previous videos where I've touched upon the topic of personality styles, you may know where I'm coming from. Otherwise, I'll make sure to link down below the videos that relate to that topic, and you can refer to that at a later time. But something I've referred to in the previous video on mindset is that the brain, of course not being a muscle biologically, but is something that can be trained just like a muscle, and with time that muscle becomes stronger but also retains the memory from that training procedure. Repetitiveness and habit are critical here to strengthen our mindset and build that habit, which eventually becomes second nature to us. So go ahead, get started. It's never too late to train our brains to become more flexible in times of change. Good luck!